We're talking about longevity here. So you got to create income to last 10, 20, 30, 40 years for some of you. And there's a lot of different ways that you can do this. Al, one of the popular ones that people hear is this one right there, right? High dividend paying stocks.
Yeah, high dividend paying stocks and high yield bonds. And it's tempting to use these vehicles. But when you do, you tend to have only one type of investment in your portfolio. You're not necessarily very well diversified. And you have to realize that when you receive a dividend, you're also reducing the value of your stock because that's how these things are calculated.
Yeah, we're huge fans of dividend-paying stocks. Absolutely, have that in your portfolio. High-yield bonds, not a huge fan here because you're taking on a lot of risk for that yield, right? And then laddered bonds, of course, yes, but this is what people do. They just bunch it up and say, you know what, here's my portfolio. All I'm looking for is really high dividend-paying stocks. Well, that's a very, structured portfolio that is leaving out thousands of different securities to give you the diversification that you need. Another way that people are looking to create income are annuities. All right. Annuities are issued by life insurance companies. It will give you a guaranteed income for the rest of your life. Now, these are shaped and created with all sorts of different bells and whistles. So you have to be careful of what type of annuity that you're purchasing. Let me explain something real quick. There's something that's called an immediate annuity versus a deferred annuity. An immediate annuity, right? This is exchanging a lump sum for an income stream that you can't outlive. I'm going to give $100,000 to MetLife. They're going to insure an income stream for my life. So they will pay me $4,000 every single year until I die. If I die tomorrow, guess what? MetLife wins. If I make it to 110, I win. This is pure insurance. This is the best way to insure against longevity if you want to purchase an annuity. Now there's deferred annuities. So I'm going to give my money to this insurance company, but I want to defer that income to a later date. There's fixed annuities, so you're going to receive a fixed rate, and that's based on the coffers of the insurance company. I'm going to give that $100,000 to MetLife again. They will guarantee me, let's say, 3% on my money for the next 5 years. Now, I have to hold it in that deferred annuity for the 5 years to get that 3% to avoid any type of penalties or taxes. But then after that 5 years, then I can receive that income if I choose to. Now, there's these indexed annuities and variable annuities. We could spend a whole show here. I would just be buyer beware. These are filled with all sorts of fees and bells and whistles that really don't pay off, in my opinion. Indexed annuities, I think these are probably one of the worst investments on the planet. It's not even an investment. It's an insurance contract. I think a lot of times people will sell it, hey, would you like a stock market-like return with zero risk? Well, sure, who doesn't want that? They pitch these almost like the holy grail of investments. So just be buyer beware. I'm not a huge fan of annuities, and I don't know if you are, Al, but I think there's a time and place for them, but you just got to be pretty careful depending on what you want to do.
Well, I think you're right, Joe, because, annuities do have their place, but they tend to have, some of them tend to have high costs. So you just have to be careful. And they have surrender charges to where you're very much locked in.